think it was for Bush.
2000?
Before that. And then I was a Democrat.
Yes.
So I started because, see, I was a Democrat. I was raised as a lifelong Democrat. Like most minorities, blacks and Latinos, we automatically grow up thinking we're Democrats. And I was like, when I was young, I asked my family, like, what are we or what? And they're like, we're Democrats. And I said, why? And they said, because the Republicans are for the rich whites and the minorities are for the blacks and Latinos are for the Democrats. So we grow up thinking that automatically, blacks and Latinos. So I was like, okay, I'm a Democrat. So I was always a Democrat. And then, but what changed me, everything, made LEXIT, made me, everything was my faith. Because as I was growing in my faith, as I was growing with my walk with the Lord, I'm reading my Bible and just growing with my Lord and the Lord, I just seen, I was like, as a Christian, I could no longer support that party. No way. That's why I always say it. And I'm like the most one. No one else says it like me, bro. I always post it. I always say it. And like, how could you say that about all of them? And I'm like, I don't know how anybody could say they're a Christian and vote Democrat. To me, that's an oxymoron. There's no such thing as a Christian and a Democrat because they're the party of Satan. To me, I say it like they're totally evil. Like that's how I like read your Bible and how could you possibly? But so I was a Democrat, but like I said, my faith changed me, bro. I was like, I can no longer. So then that made me first. I got angry. So I was angry at the Democrats because I seen how they were all evil, and they weren't even as evil back then. Imagine.
What year was that?
It was like Obama.
2008.
Like on the Obama term, when Obama, he started making the White House the gay colors, and he started making men go into women's restrooms, and he was making pastors turn over their sermons if they said anything about gays or that, and then just killing the babies and all that. But the party wasn't even as bad as it is now. But I even seen it then at the time. That's why, if I seen it even then and it wasn't even as bad, how the heck can you be a Christian now and not being seen it when I seen it?
I'm going to interrupt you for a little while. When do you think America got more racist?
Obama, definitely.
How so?
Because he made everything identity politics. He made the focus on race. Because before then, never used to hear about race. Even my whole time when I grew up in gangs, whatever and all that, I never thought of racist and race. Nobody ever thought. But when Obama went in there, he was all about racism. And he made all that racism stuff. Like I say, even under Bush and all that and that, I remember rarely hearing too much about Bush racist and stuff like that. Like it was never. Obama made it totally about is when all that race and all that stuff came in. He would like gaslight it. He would gaslight
on purpose,
purposely made it all like that about race and all that. But he was the most evil. But so at first I was angry. But that made me started doing my home research on it. So I started because I was mad at the Democrats because of Obama doing all that stuff. So then I started doing my research, and I was like, what? They founded the KKK, what? Jim Crow laws, that they did that, and what? The Democrats, they founded the KKK, and just like, and I started seeing all the racist past and things from the Democrats, and I was like, whoa, I never knew none of that. They never taught me none of that stuff in school. I never heard nothing about that. So then I was like, all right, I'm done with the Democrats, but I still wasn't wanted to be a Republican. But I knew I couldn't be a Democrat. So then the election with Trump came, and I wasn't for Trump. I was going for Cruz. I wasn't even a Trumper. I didn't know nothing about Trump. I didn't know nothing about that. I was going for Cruz. But then when Trump won, I just seen he was doing greater than I ever seen. He exceeded my greatest hope for, like, he did great greatest that I've ever seen a president do, and he kept all his promises. He even kept all his promises to Christians, and that's why I'm like Trump, he ain't even all godly like that. Like he don't even like act all godly like Bush. Bush used to act all godly and all like this and this and that, but he never did nothing for Christians or nothing like that. Trump ain't even godly all like that, but he kept all the promises that he made to Christians. That's why even had a lot of, even Pence was good at his godly man, but Trump had a lot of godly people in his administration, and people don't even know that. Like even one of the times I remember I was going into the White House, we're walking into the White House, a bunch of us, and as we're coming into the White House, we just hear, "There's power in the name of Jesus." So all of us stop, we look around like, wow, they're praising Jesus in the White House. Eh? So we come in there, and then there's a worship singer, and they're singing worship, and they're praising Jesus, right? And then even a Latina lady comes out, and she sings 4 songs in Spanish, and all of them songs were about God. So I'm
no
like,
way.
Yeah, all the songs were about God. So even though, like, they even used to have Bible studies. In Trump's administration, they even have Bible studies in the White House. Like, and I know like Jenny Korn and Andrea, like a bunch of the people that, because I went to the White House 6 times.
Yes.
So I knew a lot of the people that he had in his administration were godly people. So like I said, even though he wasn't godly, he had godly people. And even in other times, I would be in the White House, and there'll be hundreds of us, hundreds of Latinos, and we're right there praying.
And in comparison to now,
yeah. Oh,
that's circus. That's Sodom and Gomorrah.
Sodom and Gomorrah
2.0.
That's what I always try to say, that the Democrats, that the next on their agenda is going to be pedophilia. Like the next on their agenda, like you heard me now way in advance. Like I used to say way in advance that they're going to try to kill Trump. I had been saying that for a long old time, and then you see it happen in the same way. You hear me telling you the next on the leftist agenda is going to be pedophilia.
Legalized.
At some point, that they're going to be pushing pedophilia. That's what they're trying to do. The left, the Democrat Party, is trying to turn America into Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah, but they're trying to do this as pedophilia is a sexual orientation, right?
That's what they're trying to do.
You just like boys and girls, literally.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Even too, see how they're doing it? That's why they're even doing this transgender thing. Like, there's no benefit. It's totally evil. Right? It's totally like even you
How
said.
can people see
before
that?
you were even saved and all that, you said you noticed that it was evil. It's pure evil. They're mutilating kids and
chopping off their.
So that's what they're going to say. They're going to say, oh, they're old enough to get their sex changes and all that. So then they're old enough to have sex.
Yes.
And that's what they're gonna push. That's what their agenda for these evil people. That's why all these people, they don't know what they're doing. See, they're focusing on identity politics. They're focusing on race and all this nonsense stuff, when these Democrats, they're over there pushing these evil agenda. They're communist, Marxist, anti-God, evil, open borders. They're trying to mutilate kids. They're trying to groom kids. Like, in all ways, the crime, horrendous, the inflation, like all this stuff is going terribly. But they got you over here voting on race and racism, which is a total joke, because they don't even know Trump was a Democrat. He barely even, not even a few years ago, he switched parties and became a Republican, but he was a Democrat. His dad was a Democrat. He was a Democrat. So I was like, and they try to say Trump was a racist. So when was he a racist? When he was a Democrat. When he was a Democrat, he wasn't a racist? No, now all of a sudden, he's a racist. But before, all those rappers and all of them, they all love Trump. Yeah, they all love Trump. Everybody, even all these, he was on what was that? George Lopez. Yeah, George Lopez show, all of them. They all loved him. The View, Whoopi Goldberg, they all love Trump. But now all of a sudden, he's a racist. See, it's all fake. They're just using that. They're using race to manipulate for votes to push their evil, godless agenda.
And there is no evidence. Like, if you say he's racist, where are the proofs? Show me the footage when he says something bad.
Yeah, but even that, look, ex-gang member, Chicano, from the gang, all that, prison, YA, youth authority, all that, to being invited to the White House 6 times. Eh? Who else would do that? If he was a racist, why would he have me? And then I'm telling you, every time I'm there with hundreds of Latinos. But see, the fake media and all that, they'll never show that.
Yeah,
they'll never show that there's a bunch of hundreds of Latinos in that. Even one time there was hundreds of blacks and Latinos, prison guys, gangs, and all. We were all right there at the White House, and they'll never show that, the media. Because, like I say, all the left cares about, any of you guys thinking whatever, all they care about is killing babies and ramming the homosexual, I call it the alphabet mafia agenda down our throats. That's all they really care about. And then anti-God, like that's why I say it, the devil has chosen the Democrat Party to push his agenda.
But bro, you told me you're 50, right? So you remember Clinton era. That wasn't like that.
That's what I told you. It wasn't until Obama was the time when it got all evil. That's what I'm saying. That's why I always tell people, like, these people that are Democrats, I'm like, this ain't the same Democrat Party. This isn't the Clinton Democrats. This isn't the Kennedy Democrats. These are radical left. They would be calling Kennedy and all that probably a right-wing extremist and racist. If Kennedy was around, these are radical leftists. But like I said, that's why all these people, they have you focus on racism and all this nonsense. When they're destroying the country, they have thousands of these illegals coming in. We can't sustain it. And they don't even care about all the rapes going on at the border, all the fentanyl coming in. Even like you said, I'm talking about gangs and all that. That's who supplies the gangs, is these drugs. Eh? So they don't care about all the rapes. There is so many rapes going on at the border. Like I said, human trafficking. They don't ever you'll never hear about a Democrat talking about the human trafficking, the rapes, all that, the fentanyl, all that stuff at the border. They'll never talk about it. So, and that's even another thing that they're doing. That's another thing that they're doing. They want all these open borders, all these illegals and all that to come in, and then they're going to say they could vote, and then you're going to hear it, watch. And then the line's going to be, you're racist if you don't want illegals to vote. For you to say illegals to vote, you're racist. That's the narrative they're going to push. So they don't care about you. They don't care about your family. They don't care about your job. They don't care about none of that. All they care about is power to push their evil, godless agenda. They don't care about America. They want to even destroy America. Look at the same ones pushing all this are the main ones. They hate America. You see them out there? Anytime you talk to any of them, they hate America.
They will never run the flag.
Yeah, they burn the America. I've been on many talk shows where they're saying America is never great, and like they hate America. So these are these same people that you're hearing. They hate America. They're burning the American flag. They're trying to destroy America. That's why they want all these illegals, and that's why everything they're doing is they're even giving them. Look what they're giving them: free room, free health care, free everything, giving them free cards, probably even free phones. Like, they have no incentive to even want to try to come the right way. Why should they come the right way when they're coming the wrong way? They're coming breaking the law, and yet they're showering them. They're showering them with all these free stuff and all, and they're trying to act like, oh, we care. They don't care. Right? If they care, that's actually hurting the legal immigrants. The legal immigrants. That's what I always say is, there's a difference between an immigrant and an illegal. See, you're an immigrant. Eh? You're an immigrant. You came the right way. You're like, no, we're cool immigrants. But an illegal is something totally, they broke the law and all that, and they're rewarding them. They're acting like if they care, all that, but it's hurting the real legal immigrants. It's hurting us. They're taking our jobs. They're moving in our neighborhoods. Yes. They're even at the hospitals, all that. It's overrun because there's all this wrong is wrong. They're hurting our people, but they don't care because they hate America. They're just trying to push their evil, godless agenda. But they're Marxists, commies. They hate America.